I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time, The Candy Shop. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Candy Shop. I am Candace, and this is The Candy Shop channel. First of all, I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. You are now sugar babies, and I'm excited to have you here. So tonight I'll be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, this latest episode that was a mess. And you see what I titled it, Martell Holt cannot let Melody go, because clearly this ninja cannot let her go. So I'm going to start with the very beginning, and please make sure you hit that like button as you come in. I'm going to read all the comments, try to get to all of them, but still give my opinions on the show. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. Make sure you drop that candy in the chat. Thank you for joining me. So going to this first episode, well, not the first episode, going to this last week's episode of Love and Marriage, it starts out with a meeting at Melody's office for the comeback group. And I'm so tired of hearing the comeback group. I'm not understanding what they ever came back from, because it doesn't look like they got started anywhere. So they meet in Melody's office. And from the very beginning, I knew it was going to be a disaster. When I saw Martell entering that office with them kids, I was like, here we go. He's on some bull right now. So he comes into the office with the kids. Everybody else is there. Marceau is speaking to Melody a little bit, and everybody's just cordial at first. And then when they get to, hey, Tiffany, GT, thank you for joining me, and thank you for the candy in the chat. When they get to, let me say hello to some of you. Hey, just simply. When they get to Melody and Martell, it just all of a sudden turns into a really bad argument. They argued the whole time. And if I look down, I'm looking at my notes. But he was basically throwing some low blows at her. I don't know. I'm not understanding why they cannot get along and why they cannot coexist. We know they're both divorced. So to me, there are some feelings there. I don't know if Melody still has feelings for Martell, but clearly Martell has feelings for Melody. And then I feel like he was taken aback by the fact that she's redid this office, and she is on point. Like, from her pictures, her whole office is so beautiful, and clearly you can see that she's moved on from him. She has her builder's license. She kept the company. So Melody is doing some things for herself, and I think Martell cannot stand it. And then I kind of think he was raggedy for bringing them kids to the office. Hey, Cotty B, thank you for joining me, my one of my sisters. And thank you, Sharon. But clearly Martell is like not over Melody. He's jealous at her advancement. And I wonder if he still has feelings. Is it because he sees that she can still navigate and move without him? Because a lot of times, men will want you when you got it going on, but when you're there at the home and you're doing everything for them, they don't want you. But clearly Melody is getting the damn thing done without Mr. Martell Holt, and it's a problem. Cotty B said Melody is better without Martell. He misses Melody. Yeah, clearly he does. And them arguing, what got me about him arguing, first of all, they're doing it, well, both of them arguing, they're doing it in front of everybody. So to me, that's embarrassing. Like, I am getting so tired of them coming into these scenes, and I understand that they both have to get a check, but I'm getting so tired of them coming into these scenes and arguing the whole time about the same things. It's about the kids. It's about who did this and who did that. And it's like, come on now, y'all are officially divorced. Like, you need to learn how to work together and be amicable. I hope I said that correctly. Amicable, and when you speak with each other. But those kids, I hate that they are going through this. And then Martell basically tried to put it out there that Melody neglected the kids. I find that very hard to believe, because Melody seems about her business. And I understand. It's funny to me how with couples, you can have two people working in the relationship, but for some reason, when the woman is working, not only does she have to work and contribute to the household, but she also has to, and no, Cotty, I forgot to monetize this stream. Let me do it real quick. But also with two people, they always expect the woman to take care of everything in the household. as for the kids, cook, clean, or whatever. And so I feel like Martell probably helped her, but to say that she neglected the kids just because he may have had to step in at times to help with his own damn kids is a reach. And I thought he was very disrespectful. Just simply said, seeing Mariah cry made me sad. And honestly, Mel should never get back with Martell. She should just focus on co-parenting. Exactly. She should never get back with him because he's just so dirty. He is so dirty. Excuse me. I'm about to monetize this video really quick. He constantly throws those kids in this girl's in this girl's face. And then it's like he's bringing the kids around to make it seem like Melody is not doing a good job. So that's not right. To me, it's dirty. And when they grow up, they're going to see how their daddy was with their mama. He's real petty. And then another thing, since he want to show the kids everything, has he showed the kids his other baby yet? That's the real question. Have they met their brother? That's what I'm wondering. And thank you, Cardi B. Hey, Candace Lane, it's good to see you. Hey, the Queen of Cheesecake. Thank you for joining. One of my moms is here. But no, it was so sad, though, going back to your point, just simply, it was so sad to see Mariah cry. And Martell tried to say, oh, she's crying because she's used to the office being both of ours. No, she's crying because clearly they could hear you and Melody arguing. You abruptly left with the kids, and they didn't even get to say goodbye to their mama. And so already they want to see y'all back together, but it's like he's presenting the argument in their face, and then he's petty enough where he just leaves out. They don't get a chance to say goodbye to their mama. That's why the little girl was crying. And that's the part that I think is so, so dirty. Like, he shouldn't be like that. Yes, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you already haven't already. But yeah, he's definitely dirty. I really feel like just simply said, Melody should not take him back. It's too much. In her interview Mel did not long ago, Martell still hasn't introduced the kids to their sibling. That is a mess. Why do y'all think he hasn't introduced the kids to the sibling yet? Like, what is he waiting for? Because his son ain't going away. And clearly, Ariane is not going away. And to refresh y'all's memory, y'all know I'm gonna keep putting this picture up. To refresh y'all memory of Ariane, Miss Lady, there she is right there. So clearly Martell, for some reason, cannot let Miss Ariane go. So he needs to introduce the kids to the child, because the longer he waits, the worse it's going to get. And when you are in a situation like that, because I have half siblings. One of my half siblings I didn't meet until I was 9 years old. And when me and her talked, me being 9, she's a year younger than me. She was 8 at the time. When I'm laughing at your comment, Cardi B. With me being 9 years old, it made me question a lot of things, because at that time I thought I was my father's only daughter. And then to find out I had a sister, then she knew my grandmother, she knew everything. And it was like they kept us separated. And it was like almost like he was living a double life with the kids. And the only reason why we got to see each other is because my aunt, his sister, had a sleepover for my cousin, and we met each other there. But I thought that was just so, even at 9 years old, I thought that was raggedy. And I kind of felt betrayed. I love my sister to death now, but meeting her at 9 years old, I felt away. And think about it. I think Mariah is 9. So when they meet this little baby, it's going to crush those kids because they want their parents back together. The Queen of Cheesecake said for hell to freeze over. Exactly. That's when it's going to happen. And yes, Ariane is thick. Hey, Karen, thank you for joining. Martell is too stupid to see he is making a bad situation worse for the children. Exactly. Allegedly, Martell is dating a woman who has 5 kids. Yeah, I saw something like that. It's a new lady. I've seen 2 ladies now, and I should have put their pictures up. But let me put my allegedly banner up. I don't know where Avielle is, because she usually reminds me of this. Shout out to Avielle and Chi-Town Naja Girl, my other mods. But allegedly, Martell is seeing 2 other women. One has 5 kids, like just simply said, and the other one is like a young girl, I think still in college. She was like Miss A&M or whatever. So Martell clearly has a type, because they kind of all look alike, except for Ariane. Ariane looks different from the other women, but the other women are similar to how Melody is. But he's out here in these streets doing him and still calling Melody, talking about he wants his family back. It's just a hot mess. Very hot. But going back to the kids, he's definitely going to make it worse for them the longer he waits to introduce his son to them. So it's a mess. Yep, just simply, I just saw that today. He has a college one. So they were like, he likes him young too, because remember, Ariane was in college when they started dating. They were together 5 years. I think she was 22 or 23, or possibly younger than that when they started dating. And then y'all know he married Mel right out of college, but him and Mel are around, I think he's maybe 3 or 4 years older than Mel. But Mel was right out of college too. So he likes them. He likes them young. He likes them young bucks. So going past that argument, like I said, the Mariah crying, that was very, very sad to me. That hurt me as a little girl. It goes to Maurice and Marceau. They talk about therapy. Their conversation was kind of boring. I felt like it was a filler scene. I really wasn't that enthused about watching them play tennis, but they talked about Maurice going to therapy and how the therapist used the analogy of two wives and some other stuff. He made some good points. Marceau talked about how he does not want to go into business with Martell with him acting like that, and that's understandable. I don't know who would want to work with Martell with all of the craziness, the no builder's license, the bankruptcy. He don't want to take a test. He got all these kids, and no offense to the kids that he has by Melanie, but he has the alleged child, and excuse my nail, he has the alleged child by Ariane, or his actual child. And then all these women around. And then he's still, as quiet as it's kept, the rumor is he's burning people. And this is alleged, he's seeing 3 or 4 women and banging them raw and wanting to have more children, which is a mess. He wants to be, I guess, another Nick Cannon. So I don't get it. Karen says, so Mel aged out, but he can't let go. She is a boss. Exactly. Mel has her stuff together, and I think he realizes he was a fool for messing it up. Like on paper, and just Mel period is to me a catch as a woman. And forget about what Kevin Samuel said. Just because she has her kids doesn't mean that she is not high value. I view Mel as a high value woman because she's very smart. Just simply said, bad credit, no license, unprofessional, the list can go on. Exactly. He has a peanut shaped head. I don't know. He wears tight clothes that are too small for him. I don't see Martell as a catch. He seems like an immature boy. He doesn't know how to handle his emotions. He uses those children as a weapon towards Melody. And then he goes around trying to mess up Melody's name. He's like the worst kind of man. He's what I would call a bitch. I'm trying not to curse. But he's what I would call a bitch, because what man do you know goes gossiping about his ex around town, creating all this stuff and rumors about her? Like, I don't get it. Cardi B. Just simply said, I cannot. Yes, he does. He has a peanut-shaped head. Martell going to hide the coattail of the guy he's working with now. Yeah, he's going to definitely hide behind his coattails like he did Mel. Yeah, because he doesn't have his builder's license. And when I saw them talking at the end of the episode, I was like, how is this man working with Martell, knowing that all this stuff Martell has going on? I know I guess he wants to help him, but y'all see he kind of chin checked him, asking him about that builder's license test. Like, did you take your test yet? And Martell is like, I was motivated one night with the kids, but I just can't get into it. Test ain't my thing. So it's just a mess. Hey, Miss Indies, thank you for joining us, and thank you for the candy in the chat. Cardi B, yes, he is a Mitch, a male B. By the way, I invented that term and not Kevin. Okay, Cardi, I'll let you coin it. Yes, the queen of cheesecake, that's not a man, that's a boy. He is exactly just a boy. That's what he acts like. And his son acts more like a man than he does. And that's crazy. This little boy has to be more mature than Martell. So then next, and this show is not going to be that long because I do want to watch some of the other lives. And I'm doing another live Actually, before I continue on, shout out to the real lovely C. Make sure you subscribe to her. We'll be talking about Ready to Love tonight at 9:35 on her channel. I've shared it on my community page, so please make sure you join us over there. It's going to be a good kiki. So yes, yes, Miss Indies. Karen said, I blame his mama. She put up with the daddy until he walked away. He thinks Mel should have done, or she thinks Mel should have done the same. He is a band. What is a band? A BAN. Tell me what that is. I never heard that one. But yeah, he thinks Mel should have waited. And that is just crazy to me. I remember on a few seasons ago, he talked about how men are going to be men and she should have stayed and got with the program. No, it doesn't work that way. Ooh, my hair is like sweating out. I'm sorry if I keep touching it. I'm trying not to let it puff out. But we get to yes, we get to the ladies. And I do want to talk about them, Mom. Actually, let me go to yes, Karen. Yes, I like it. I'm gonna start calling him a band. He's a Mitch in a band. Going back to his mother, that is very interesting. His mother did enable him a lot, and then it's one thing to take up for your son, but he's a grown man and she coddles him a lot, even when he's wrong. And like in the beginning, I thought she identified with Melody. Like it seemed like she was on Melody's side, but as soon as Martell and Melody divorced, she's like congratulating her son on being awful. Yes, be a ninja band, right? Hey, Ronnie, thank you for joining. But yeah, his mother, if y'all go back to, and I have to allegedly ban her up because some of this stuff is not talked about on the show, but these are things that have been talked about outside of the show. So his mother, back when he was charged for breaking into those ATMs or stealing ATMs, his mother was along with him. Like she has a mug shot too. So, and I'm not going to post their mug shots from that. I won't be that dirty. So, and I won't be posting the children anymore. I don't want to post children anymore, like Marceau's alleged son. But I'm gonna post Ariana all day. She asked to be on the show, so she will get posted. But going to the ladies, so Kimmy, Tisha, and Melody meet up, and oh yes, the mama was in on it too. There's a mugshot. It was his mom. I think he may have had a brother or cousin in him. They all have mug shots. This happened in Huntsville before he got his degree. When that happened, Martell got himself together, finished Alabama A&M, because what they don't talk about is how he finished late. He actually graduated late from Alabama A&M. He pledged Kappa as a grad. He was a not grad school, but he pledged a grad chapter of Kappa, and he became a teacher. And so both him and Melody were teachers before they got into the real estate industry. Yes. Oh, hey, Candy. Thank you for joining us. Just drop that candy in the chat. Hey, Shantae. Good to see you. Yes. Okay. All right, Cotty. I'll be watching you soon on your show for a little bit before I go on with Real Lovely C. So make sure you guys check Cotty out on Evangelist Val's channel. She'll be live. With Evangelist Val. I think Come Get This Commentary. It's a really good panel, so make sure you check that out. Excuse me if y'all hear my little baby cry, my daughter. But excuse me for one moment. So we get to the ladies and they meet up. And so during the meetup, Tisha addresses Kimmy. And Karen, I'm laughing at your comment. I just read it. But Tisha addresses Kimmy. Well, they address each other about the I guess the fundraiser. Tisha usually calls Kimmy to tell her about the fundraiser, but Kimmy included Tisha included Kimmy in the text instead of calling her or something like that. All of it was just, I was confused. It was petty. I think they need to really talk about their true underlying issues between them, because this whole, you didn't call me, you put me in a text, you thanked everybody else for their contribution. I was confused, like what? But thank you, Cotty B. Yes, keep it playing. Karen says she wants her mom. Don't cry, love. I know. My daughter, she just woke up from a nap, a long nap. I think Kimmy is picking. You think Kimmy is picking? See, I felt like Tisha was picking. Kimmy, I think Kimmy is petty. I can see that. And I think she wants Tisha to tell her exactly what the problem is. And instead of Tisha telling her what the problem is, Tisha herself does kind of petty stuff. So they're both petty. I didn't think Kimmy was picking, but I do think she wanted Tisha to address what the real issue was. Sharon said, "What's up with them? It's more than the fundraiser." Exactly. Yes. Drop the straight no chasers in the chat for Cotty B. Shantae said the underlying is that both of their husbands is neglecting them. Yeah, both of their husbands are neglecting them. Kimmy is going low with her. Oh, okay, I can see that. I don't know. I love Kimmy over Tisha, so I can see that. I think Kimmy. I have to watch it again because I just think Tisha is being petty, but Kimmy is one of those people. The reason why I like her over Tisha. Kimmy is kind of like me. If you're used to treating me one way and doing things a certain way, and then you change because there's some conflict between us, I know you're being funny because of the conflict between us. And my thing is, I want you to say it versus being funny with me. So that's how I feel about what Tisha is doing. And yes, Kimmy is on to Tisha's passive aggressive ways. Yes, I really feel like Tisha is very passive aggressive. The husbands are so busy entrepreneurs. Yes. Or so-called busy entrepreneurs. Yes. The husbands are neglecting them. That's an issue. And then remember, I think Kimmy's issue with Tisha is Tisha still asking her questions or asking Maurice about could he have worked it out with Quinoa, whatever her name is, Quinoa, whatever her name is. But I know Kimmy feels some way about that too. So I haven't forgot about that, and I know Kimmy ain't forgot about it. But Tisha seems very welcoming towards Maurice's ex-wife. So that's a problem right there. Yes. Kimmy could have addressed it via another text or phone call. True. Because the phone does work both ways. I will admit. Kimmy is the older one, and Letitia is about 10 to actually Kimmy is around Letitia's mother's age when I think about it. So maybe she is looking for Kimmy to address it and come to her because Kimmy is that much older than Tisha, but Tisha is still passive aggressive. And what she has to realize is that even though Kimmy is her mother's age, Kimmy is not her mother. Kimmy is her sister-in-law. So I see both sides, but I still think Tisha is passive aggressive. Kimmy's lost her patience with Tisha, especially with the Marceau depression issue and Tisha making it about her. Right. I agree, Candy. The husbands are busy, aka out in the streets. They are definitely out in the streets because I was going to talk about this a little later in the show. But I keep hearing about them being at this hideaway club, allegedly in Huntsville, and this is where they go to cheat. The reason, and we can talk about the tea now, this hideaway club keeps coming up. Now, y'all do know Sadark, the one that I wanted to have on the show. Well, I talked about having him on the show because my husband knows him. Sadark was recently charged with sexual misconduct, like literally a few weeks ago. So that was in the blogs. And then they also talked about, Chris, the real estate, I don't know what he is. He's the real estate developer, whatever he is, the guy that puts the deals together, especially the 47 acres one. Y'all know he was charged with sexual misconduct of a minor a few years ago. So these men are very shady. And this hideaway club definitely keeps coming up. And I'll just say this. Now, they can say all day that it's rumors, but where there's smoke, there's mirrors or whatever that saying is. Or I can see beyond the smoke and mirrors, but where there's smoke, there's fire. Yes, that's what it is. Yes, Kimmy is still salty as she should be, and Tisha saying she was a side chick. Oh, yeah, Tisha did say she was a side chick, too. I forgot about that. She sure did. Agreed, out in these streets. Ronnie said, wow, Kimmy is Miss Wanda's age. She's aging backwards. Yes, Kimmy is in her 50s, and she looks good. And actually, Miss Wanda is only like 2 years older than her. They're very close in age. What? I had no deal. Yes, just simply. Yes, I will spill the tea. Oh wow, sexual assault with a minor. Yep, Chris. That they had like the because he had an affair on his wife. His wife apparently has a daycare, and this is the part that was weird to me. So the young girl that he was messing around with, used to go to the daycare at one time, and so they always stayed in contact with her parents or something like that. Either way, he had access to this young girl. Allegedly, she was 15 or 16, and he was with her sexually, and he had an affair on his wife, and he was charged. And so they don't talk about that on the show, but in these groups that I'm in, they bring that up all the time in regards to how dirty the men are on this show. Men don't get vasectomy without the wife wanting him to, unless he's cheating. Right? Didn't all the men get vasectomies except for Martell? Just simply, yes. Where there is smoke, there is fire. Because that rumor keeps coming up. But Sadaric, that actually did happen with him. He was charged, and actually they posted the arrest records and everything in the group. So, and I sent it to my husband, like, what's going on with your friend? So, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. No. So this is the other guy, Candy. So Destiny's man is Liberic. These names. Destiny's man's name is Liberic. Sadaric is their light-skinned friend that looks like a Saint Bernard. That's what he looks like to me. But no, I don't mean to talk about his looks, but he does look like a Saint Bernard to me. But Sadaric went to school with them, and he was on the camping trip with them. He brought his wife one time. And actually, let me see if I still. Well, you know what? I'm not going to show the picture. I won't show any more pictures. I was going to show another picture. Yeah, Liberic is the chicken man. But I have a picture of Sadaric with my friend. I have a friend in Huntsville. I'm not going to put her picture on blast. I was about to. It's so tempting, but I will not be dirty in these YouTube streets. But yes, Liberic is the chicken man. But going back to the show, because I do want to catch Miss Val's live for a few minutes. But we get to, well, they talk to Melody. Melody is dressed in a cute little nice ensemble, a little short dress. Yes, Candy. Destiny is in a little, or Destiny. Melody is in a little short dress, and she's getting ready to go out, and I'm feeling her like, goodness, Melody, I wish I was single. No offense to my husband, and he's not here, thank goodness. But sometimes, when you're married, you do miss that single life, and Melody has experienced the married life. She's getting her groove again, and it just looks so fun. She had her first drink of wine, because it looks like Melody is not a drinker, really, but she was like, I'm drinking tonight. So she had some fun, and allegedly she had a date, because that leads into the last scene of the show with Martell, with the guy that he's building the home with. Melody comes and confronts him because he showed up while she was on her date. He's like, you took this guy to our favorite restaurant. And I guess he showed up, he created a scene. And that's the thing that I don't get. The fact that this man is still tracking her down. He's still following what she does online. He's supposed to be into all these women. This is what tells me he is just like the biggest narcissist. He cannot handle Melody with somebody. And that's how I know when he talks about that Melody cheated on him, I think that is a complete lie, because the way this man is, he's a narcissist. He would not have allowed that to happen and stayed with her. So that's why I'm like, come on now, Martell. We're supposed to believe that she cheated on you, but you can't even take her dating somebody now that y'all are divorced. Like, come on. Yes, Candy. All the single ladies. Beyonce, yes. Just simply said, I just realized we got no Tiffany or Destiny this episode, and that was excellent. No, I love Destiny, but yeah, Tiffany, she don't have to be there. Sharon said, I don't blame Mel. Get your single life on. Exactly. Selfish and self-centered. Yes, Martell is. They keep leaving Tiffany off the show. Yeah, she can stay where she's at. I'm good on Tiffany. I am good on Tiffany.
Martell is lying. Yes, he is. Definitely. You took women to my peen, boy. Yes. Yes. And yes, they can keep leaving Tiffany off the show. Exactly. Yes, Martell is a narcissist. Yep. And hey, Chi-Town Naja girl, I'm about to end very soon because I want to watch a little bit of Miss Val's live. Make sure y'all check us out though. Me and the Lovely C on her channel, the Real Lovely C. I put it in my community page. But yes, Tiffany and her husband is fraud and fake. They get on my nerves. They do. I like her husband though. I just don't like her. And make sure you smack that notification bell so you won't miss out on any of the tasty treats from the candy shop. Exactly. So Chi-Town Naja girl. Chi-Town has a connect in Huntsville too. Chi-Town. Haven't you heard a lot of rumors about the Hideaway Club in Huntsville? This club where they take all their side chicks, and allegedly the Hideaway is supposed to have a bottom level with like bedrooms or something. Like, so the Hideaway is a real club, but the owner, I saw a post before. Hey, Nikki Pooh, thank you for joining me. I saw a post before about the Hideaway Club from the owner saying that he don't have this little sex dungeon is what he was calling it in his club, and that it's just a regular club. But there was a girl that like last year she posted in a group and put this club on blast, put the men on blast, like everything. Queen of Cheesecake said Martell is a man child. He definitely is. Yep. Chi-Town said absolutely. Hey, Marva CB, thank you for joining me. Yes, thank you for hitting that like button. It's a whole apartment available. Exactly. Exactly. So I'm going to be ending this now. I know it was quick, but I really want to see Evangelist Val's live as well. Next time, though, I'll be doing a full hour review on Love and Marriage Huntsville because it is getting good. A lot of tea is coming out behind the scenes about the show, and I definitely want to talk about it with you all. So be sure to check me out next week when I review this. I think I'll do it on Thursday or Friday. Yes, I think I'll do it on Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided. Check me, Candy, and Cotty out tomorrow. We'll be reviewing Insecure tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern. Again, check me out at 9:30 with the Real Lovely C to review Ready to Love. And also right now, Evangelist Val is live on her channel. This is her first live, so I am going to go and support. I love me some Evangelist Val. So I will be getting off here. Hey, All Things Popcorn. You're welcome, Ronnie. And hey, Hannah, I'm actually about to get off here. Oh, and thank you, Nikki Pooh. Thank you. So I will see y'all later. Thank you, my sugar babies. I love calling you that. Thank you, sugar babies. It was good seeing you. Bye-bye.
But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop.